So being able to name a sheet from a cell range has been, let me tell you, very valuable for me. It's actually pretty basic, and I'm just going to show you bare bones how to do it and what I usually use it for. So to do this, you got to have the developer tab. To get the developer tab, this is in Mac. Go to Excel, Preferences, Ribbon and Toolbar. Check that developer box and hit save. If you're on a Windows system, you just want to go to, I believe, File, Options, and then find Customize Ribbon, and that should point you in the right direction. So what I want to do is be able to name a new sheet from cell A5. So I'm going to put test here, and then I want to create, well, actually I'm going to go to Visual Basic, and I want to insert a module. I want to type in sub, let's just call it Namesheet, open parentheses, close parentheses, automatically added the end sub. I'm going to tab over. So this macro is going to name sheet from range A5. So the first thing we type is Sheets.Add.Name equals range A5, and this has to be in quotes. And then this is one thing I usually forget to put, value. And so I could attach this macro to a button and have A5, or hit the button, create a new sheet from the value in A5, but that's not useful enough for me because I want to make sure that I go back into my original sheet. So I'm also going to put sheets sheet 2 select. So you have the option to go back to the original sheet when you've created the sheet. I usually do this because I'll create the sheet ahead of time right before I'm going to use it. Usually because whenever I add this functionality, I'm usually going to paste into a new report. So this will allow me to create the tab. Then I can do whatever process I'm going to do before I paste into the new tab. So I'm just going to X out of here, and then I'm going to add a button, and then I'm going to, so I just clicked on button, clicked in the sheet. Now I'm going to select the macro I just created and click OK. So I should be able to create a new sheet with this name in A5. So let's see. Okay, so I got the new sheet here. So usually when I use this functionality, I have like a list of sheets that I know I'm going to create, and then this is just a shortcut for me. So here, let's do this a little bit more dynamically. Test 1 all the way to test 15. So now I have a bunch of names, and then I'll just put a drop down box here. I'm going to call it a list, and then I'm going to add this range so I can make a menu of options. test 2 sheet, test 3 sheet, test 4 sheet, and there's a lot of different functionality, a lot of different ways you can go with this, but usually for a foundation of me using this type of functionality, this is where I start. I'm going to go ahead and leave the code down in the description.